Because we're live, Alexander.
We're live on YouTube.
Can anybody hear us? Can anybody hear us?
Probably
Hello,
not.
people.
Probably not.
We're sharing this tiny mic. Can you hear me? Loud and clear? Loud and clear? Yep, okay. Yes. Hey, Cashew, you, Dan, and in the head of Dan is Alexander. Filling up the head of Dan is Alexander, our guest host. Are you ready to guide a meditation, Alexander?
You don't seem
Kind
like
of.
you're not really in a meditative
Yeah.
mood, are you?
Okay,
So-
I'm not.
Hello, my name is Jeff Warren. Welcome to the Do Nothing Project. With me are two friends, my friend Dan Harris and my friend Alexander Harris?
Yeah.
Alexander Harris, who's
It's
Dan's son. Right, Alexander? Anything you want to say?
not really.
These are a lot of people who are going to meditate with us right now. Anything to say to them?
A lot of people are going to meditate with us.
No, not really.
What do you have to say about meditation? Any thoughts on
That he
it?
does it?
He does do it. Does he do it well?
I can't tell.
You can't tell. I know. That's the thing with meditation. You can't tell when people are doing it well.
Isn't there like no wrong way?
Teacher has arrived.
He's dabbing. That's his little victory.
His little-
Yeah.
Hey, so I can know all the.
So welcome to the Do Nothing Project. Glad everyone is here. Thank you, Lauren, for moderating. I see Lauren in the blue font. We're using my phone, normally the iPad, and so it's a little different the way it's organized. So it's a little harder to see the comments. With me, of course, is my teacher Alexander and my friend Dan, who's trying to learn continually from everyone around him.
Okay.
The dads. This is the dads meditation. I just guided a retreat at Omega, so I was coming back down, and I'm staying at Dan's tonight. I'm at Dan's home in outside of New York, and I'm just excited to be able to introduce my community to the guy that basically is to blame for inflicting me on you. More or less true.
I
course-
don't view that as. I see that as a point of pride,
Point of pride. Well,
for me at least.
I appreciate the that way of viewing it. Certainly for me too. Dan and I, of course, wrote Meditation for Fidgety Skeptics together, or rather, Dan wrote it, and I appeared as a sub character. Alexander, you appear in that book too, as is Bianca. You're in there. You're described.
Oh, great. I'm famous.
Yeah. And Andrew's here too. Hey, Andrew, good to see you. Andrew was at the Omega retreat with me, and we had a fabulous time. So it was a wonderful retreat. It was good for me. It had been almost a year since I had actually guided a retreat in person. It was just good to get back in touch with what that's all about. So for tonight, basically, I'm going to guide you in a simple practice. If you've never been to the Do Nothing Project before, first of all, it's very dull, which is why I brought Dan on, and to really bring that home. Keep the expectations low. I'll guide a really simple pared down sit, and then afterwards, Dan and I may talk a little bit about our experience of the meditation, and there's always an invitation for everyone there to share your reports. You can ask a question if you want. If you had a question, Alexander will be happy to answer. He will. Are you ready for your 25-minute sit, Alexander?
Oh, I thought it was like an hour.
You don't have to, but you can.
We're going to meditate. You stay as long as you want, okay? If you want to get up and go, you can
I
get up
probably
and go.
do.
You're going to think? Okay, great.
Okay.
As long as you want, sweetie.
Okay, great.
I feel very lucky to be able to get Alexander with us, for real. It's
Yes.
pretty awesome, dude. I was excited to introduce Dan as a special guest, but this is like twice the love. So, so thanks for all the new timers who are just arriving for the first time. This is really the community. You're welcome to say hi or comment, or just relax and not do any of that. The do nothing is really an opportunity to kind of do nothing at the end of our week. It's minimalist. There's no pressure. You can follow my loose guidance, or you can do your version of nothing. If that means lying on your back in the middle of your living room, repeating the humanity, that's fine. You can even have Netflix on in the background, although it's a kind of meditation object. So I'll put this on, and I don't have my bell, so that's okay. Alexander, do you want to make a noise to start us off in the meditation
I'm not really
practice?
good with that stuff.
You're not really good with sound effects?
Make a bell noise.
That's embarrassing.
Okay. I'll make a bell noise. Bell noise. All right, so start by taking a few slow, deliberate breaths. Eyes can be closed or open. My first cue is always it's always around equanimity, which is to say, not being uptight about the imperfections and inevitable imperfections in the environment. So there will be sounds you'll hear from coming from our end, nature sounds, human sounds, my human
Baby
sounds, baby crying, absolutely. And there may be also similar things happening where you are, the sounds of life, maybe aches and pains in the body, lots of thoughts, very few thoughts. It's all welcome. And what that actually translates as a cue is, can you just soften through the front of your body and imagine as you breathe out, it's like your skin's getting more porous and you're just welcoming in the air and you're welcoming in the sensations. And you're not going to brace any rigidity. Just seeing if you can kind of soften that a bit. So really the essence of meditation is it's just being. It's letting yourself be here in this place, in this moment, in this space, this world, this body, mind. And that can feel sometimes simple and easy, and other times impossible. So if it feels like a tall order, then a home base is a very good thing. Home base is a kind of anchor. It's like an anchor for your attention. So just something to give your mind something to do. It could be the sensation of the breath. Maybe the sounds around you. It could be the feeling of the air in your skin. Just something concrete in the world of body and the senses that can be an anchor in the present. And committing to that can be a nice way into the practice. So there's a kind of progression even inside a sit where it's like kind of the layers of thinking it needs to be something start to come off. It starts out, you're doing the meditation, your face is stern, there's a sense in which you're doing this activity as if it were something different than just being who you were in this moment. So you can kind of, as we relax into it, it's kind of a sense of settling and relaxing our expectations. Letting ourselves just be a person here. In the human family. If you're working with a home base, there can be a kind of sinking in quality too, like an intuit quality, getting into the feeling of the breath or the sound, like you're savoring it or you're getting absorbed by it. And that can happen even if there's lots of thoughts around and sounds and distractions. It's like the center of your attention, maybe the center 60% is going into the home base, and there's still some aliveness out on the periphery. Can you let it be a relief? The doing nothing, the being, just sitting here, letting yourself be exactly as you are. Sometimes there's like a feeling of not even wanting to trust that. And then you breathe out and you go, oh yeah, I am allowed to do that. And settle a little deeper. And meditation is being right here. Sometimes I realize, oh yeah, I was making it a thing. What was I waiting for? What was I trying to get to? Just this place. Being with your family. We're still going with the meditation, friends. It's just a weird one. This is meditation in life. This is true do nothing practice, a being practice, being here. So we're going to finish this practice with I like to finish with a bit of friendliness, some version of friendliness, the many different kinds of friendliness practices. And for this one, a simple gratitude practice. For me, I'm thinking about my human family, my family at home, my extended family. Includes the family I get to hang out with here, my do-nothing family, a community. Just grateful for those connections. So we can do the same thing. We can kind of think about your own connections, your chosen family, the family of origin, whatever family means to you. Just connecting to your thanks. This precious life, man. Getting to sit here with Dan and Alexander. So you can think of different people or just one person. You can think of your animal family, pets, companion animals, whatever family is to you. Thank you. Yeah. All right, friends. I don't have a bell, and I don't even know if that's 25 minutes, but I'm going to officially... You want to sit here, Alexander, so we can see you? Right over here. See you and your dad.
Pretty dark here. Sorry
It's
about
getting
that.
dark. All right.
It's 8:27.
Eight,
It was 25 minutes.
25 minutes, but intro. That was a little
No,
shorter
'cause we
meditation.
started at 8:25. No, 8:05. Started at 8:05.
So yeah, so it's more like a 20-minute meditation. So I got this little mic we're going to be sharing. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for the practice. So what was that like for you, Dan and Alexander? What was it like for me?
Basically a very short sleep or nap, technically.
Like a very short nap, except every time I looked up, I saw these massive eyes.
Well,
His
it
little
was
head,
in-
like,
because I was on his lap, so
because you were on his lap. But did you feel like you actually had a little nap?
kind of.
Did you?
Because I wasn't really talking or or talking or anything or really moving, so it kind of felt like that, except I was awake.
Yeah, but you were awake. Were you
Yeah.
thinking about anything, or you just
It
kind
was
of?
a nap, but awake, technically.
That's
I
not
don't, I don't know how to explain it.
Nobody knows how to explain it, dude. Was the but were you thinking of stuff, or were you just kind of like not really thinking of stuff?
What?
The teacher has spoken. My man, how about Daddy-O over here? How was that meditation practice for you? I mean, for real, like it was probably a bit distracting at first.
Yeah, it was totally distracting, but also I really loved your instructions. It's distracting, but actually that was perfectly supported by the point you were trying to make in the guidance, which was meditation is not about getting somewhere. It's about being right here for whatever's happening right now.
Totally.
And even if that's a squirming kid in your lap,
Totally.
that's what the point is. I
Are
mean
you
that.
insulting me?
No, I mean that as a
No.
as a. I actually had the thought. This is the opposite of an insult, buddy. I had the thought that when you are in my lap, I never feel more full and complete.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh my God, dudes! I felt that. I felt that love. I mean, not to be cheesy, but I was just like super happy that this was happening, that Alexander was here, and I was just like, what a gift. And then I thought, what would possibly happen in meditation that could be more cool than what was already happening?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of my process too. Very similar.
You found were you bracing against some of the noise at the beginning?
No, not because I just guided retreats. You're sort of getting a space of being, when you're teaching, of just having to just go with the flow of whatever's happening, and all kinds of stuff, unexpected things happen, and so that wasn't so much an issue, but it was more. It just took me a minute to tune into what was so sweet about it. Yeah, and then I was curious, like, about what was going on with Alexander and with you, and just feel lucky to be here, my brother.
Right back at you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man, love your family, and it made me think of my family. It made me think of my kids and missing them and waiting for when I get to meditate with them. So how about you all? How did you find that? Any questions for Dan, for Alexander? It's a little harder to see the comments here.
Because it's dark.
Because it's dark, but any.
The guy said thank you.
How are the drums coming?
So
Alexander and Dan, how
Yeah.
are the drums coming?
Great.
So you guys know that Alexander's been doing drum lessons? Yeah. Anything you want to say about that?
That it was boring, but then it started to get fun.
That's cool. Actually,
No, it went fun, boring, because I got used to it, and then it went really fun.
what song are you playing right now?
Sunflower.
He's playing Sunflower by
Post Malone.
Post Malone.
No way.
Yeah.
Post Malone.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you play Circles?
That's a great song.
It's a great song.
It is a
know,
great
but,
song.
Yeah.
I don't know. Another guy was saying, I gave the guy a thumbs up, and he said, thanks for the thumbs up. I was going to say, you're welcome.
Oh, okay. You were chatting with people in the chat.
No, I told you I was just looking up the chat.
No, that's cool. That was a good job.
So Nellie says, I had a hard time keeping my eyes closed because I wanted to keep my eyes on Alexander. Buddy, it's starting.
It already started.
Emily's saying, I'd love more just like this, real life, beautiful families. Totally. It's supposed to be real life, but somehow meditation becomes a thing.
Yeah, I loved that point you made. That
Yeah.
Because I really see that. I do a move in meditation a lot where I just ask, like, what's the attitude in my mind right now?
Yeah.
And it's like shining a black light on a filthy hotel sheet, you know, like you just see all the substances
Yeah.
like oozing through your mind, and usually it's that I'm trying to get somewhere, I'm trying to do something, and every time you pointed out that there's nowhere to go is very useful.
Yeah. You have to continually remember that because
Yes.
right away the mind will start to turn into a thing, an endeavor, something that needs to happen, something that's different than what this is. And
Yes. Yes.
that's the training. Yeah, more fun to meditate with eyes open tonight, says Lyle. I need to get you in for each one.
Yeah, because it's really just beautiful in the sky, even though it's really dark.
One person's asking how old are you?
I'm 7.
You're 7?
Yes.
Alexander is 7. Hey, Ruthless Crab, great to see you in person at the retreat, or visually, virtually, but see your face. Shannon got to meditate holding a baby a few weeks ago. It was deluxe.
Yeah,
Thanks, Candace. It's okay. The cheese is welcome.
cheese.
Cheese is welcome. The fromage.
Embrace the cheese.
Embrace the
Serve
cheese.
the brie, as you once said.
Embrace
to
the
me.
cheese.
Mitch
Embrace
says,
the cheese.
wonderful, especially the unfiltered semi-neurotic Dan commentary. It's like perpetual tenseness. It's crazy to become so aware it's in meditation. Yeah, Kent, just talking about what you were saying,
Yes.
the noticing, the tenseness, the agenda, Wait till you start to get older, dude.
I mean, I kind of get it.
You kind of get it.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you? Like,
I get it, but I don't know how to explain it. It's because I hear him do it all the time, so I
Yeah.
start to get it, but I don't really know how to explain it.
Do you understand that sometimes you have a little voice in your head? We were talking about that.
I always do.
Yeah.
you always do?
Mhm.
Well,
Is the voice obnoxious or nice?
Nice.
Your voice is nice?
you got a good nice in your head?
Yeah.
A good voice in your head?
Well, both.
You're going to have to write a book in about 20
But
years.
mostly good, but a little bit bad.
Sometimes when we're playing catch, we talk about how if you don't like one of your throws, you'll get really critical on yourself, and then
Yeah.
we talk about how you have to have an inner coach.
Mhm.
You can make a nice inner voice for yourself.
And you do that.
Yeah.
One day he was walking into school when he was nervous, and he said, "You got this, Alexander," to himself.
And that's who I am. So what did it say at the bottom?
He said, astoundingly articulated. Alexander.
Oh, I knew.
What a great teacher, once again. My boys, my friends, thank you very much. It's been a really fun do nothing project. Any last things you want to say, Alexander or Dan?
Thank you.
That's a
Alexander,
good way
thank
to-
you. How about you, bud?
Love these two guys right here. Sending love out to all of you. Very fun to do nothing with you on a Sunday night.
We'll see you next week.
Bye. The action.